We are excited to welcome Patrick Santa Anna on our podcast, where we feature prominent hairstylists who work in film, TV, photo shoots, magazine covers, and all the top productions in the world. So, welcome, Patrick.
Thank you for having me. I'm so honored and so honored to even meet you both virtually. I hope we can meet in real life soon.
Absolutely.
We will.
First of all, I want to say that we love your work. We follow you on Instagram and think you're so creative and so incredible. And you
Oh,
post a
thank
lot
you.
of cool videos and pictures. Tell us, what's the majority of your work consist of?
The majority of my work consists of inconsistency. I know that's like the weirdest answer, but it's so true. I'm an LA native and I've been doing hair and makeup for a little over 20 years now. And what I've realized is that nothing is consistent. In 1 week, this is actually a perfect example. In 1 week, I'll do like an athletic company. And then the next day, I'll be doing um, like a magazine. And then the day after that, I'll be doing an online clothing store, and that's called e-com, like any type of online shopping that we do. Actually, I do several e-com jobs a week because there's just so many clothing brands here in LA. And then there's like private clients. So it's literally like just a mixture of like everything. So I think that's a weird way to answer your question, right? It's consistently inconsistent.
That's a very cool answer. Do you work in salons ever?
No, but my sister owns a salon and she is actually also a fan of Frenchies. I actually give her some of the products you guys gave me. I shared it with her. She owns a salon in South Pasadena called the Maya Salon. So occasionally I'll go in there and just style, but I don't work like in a salon.
So now that you are at the top of your profession, working at the very cool productions, how did you get to that spot? How did your career grow to that level?
I like to say that your network is your net worth. And the more that you get out there, the more that you take on these TFPs, like trade for pictures or collaborative shoots, it's such a beautiful way to network and then also do creative work. Because a lot of times when I get hired for like a commercial job, one example is I work for several different hospitals for their in-house marketing. So when you look at a hospital, if you go in a hospital and you see the pictures there, it just looks like very simple, right? Like there's no intricate hairstyles, there's no like crazy makeup with lashes. It's just like real life people at a hospital. But those commercial shoots are amazing, but I can't really have fun with it. So when I take on these trade for pictures, photo shoots, it's a collaborative way that all artists like literally put in their artistic creative ways to showcase our work, and we all come up with like the most fabulous concepts and looks and that we don't normally get to do on a day-to-day basis in our jobs, you know. Not every day is like, or not every month is award season, so we don't get to do these beautiful like updos, and not every day is a prom or a wedding, you know. So I love telling everybody to collaborate with other artists, think of beautiful concepts to show your creativity, so that when your clients are looking at your portfolio, which is our Instagram, that they actually see the fun things that you are capable of doing, not just loose curls down, natural makeup, you know?
Very cool. Thank you. How did you get into hairstyling and into the beauty world?
Oh my God. This is like probably another podcast. Are you sure you want to find out?
Sure.
So, when I first got started, I thought I wanted to get into fashion. And I was right after high school, I went straight into college, into majoring in fashion and minoring in business because I thought I wanted to own my own fashion store or boutique, which I ended up doing. But I also loved hair and makeup. Like it was just something that's always been innate in our family. My mom and grandma used to sell like Mary Kay and Avon. So they were always like glammed up and smelled great. My sister is a hairstylist, so she always was just playing with hair throughout elementary school and middle school. So that was something she just always loved to do. So me and my sister are very close. So we would always just like kind of do the same things together. So thinking I wanted to get into fashion, right after high school, I, was interning and doing whatever I can in fashion. So one day I was working backstage of LA Fashion Week, and they needed hair and makeup. And a bunch of people didn't show up. And I said, sure, I'll help. And I jumped in, and the model that I worked with that day liked what I did. And she told her agent that she wanted me for her headshots the next day. And then that one free job that I did led to like 5 years working with this model and jumping from all the agencies she worked in. So I didn't really put fashion on hold. I more so put it on the back burner while I was doing hair and makeup and fashion at the same time. So that's how I got started. It's a different podcast.
Yeah,
That is a different story in itself.
no, very cool. I like it. Random things are not random. You have to be at the right place at the right time, and then
Yes.
unexpected things happen.
And that's why you have to say, that's another word of advice I'd love to give anybody new starting out is say yes to everything. You just never know what it can do for you.
What would be your like dream job? Something you haven't done yet, something that you think I would love to do that. Like maybe that particular person or particular settings or a particular country, something that you see yourself doing one day and
Uh, it's done a lot of stuff already. I've been doing this for, I think, actually 23 years now, which is seems so crazy long, but I started very young. To answer that question, I tell this Drew Barrymore. I would love to do Drew Barrymore's hair and makeup. Like I've been such a fan of hers since I was in junior high. I've just been obsessed with her.
Very cool. When I was blonde, I've been told that I look like her.
I could
Yeah.
totally see it. Yeah. Oh my God, you're right. I could totally see. Now I'm like looking at the phone up
Yeah,
close.
yeah, yeah. What was
love you and will manifest. Oh,
Let's manifest that together, and I'll use Frenchies all over.
what was your favorite project or job you've ever done?
There's so many amazing jobs that I've done throughout all these years. I think one of my favorite jobs, well, okay, can I say two?
Of course.
Yeah. So what I think, actually, I know once I did Paris Fashion Week, that was amazing in itself. Like to be for a designer in Paris to actually want a team from LA to come out, that was amazing and very humbling. But coming back from that, almost upped my stock in a sense. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but it kind of changed my artistry level, and more clients that I never expected would want to hire just this simple little makeup artist from LA ended up wanting to hire me. And then after that, I booked a week job in Bali, and that was amazing. That was so fun because the team that I worked with, I genuinely loved. They're like family to me. So it didn't even seem like work, even though it was. It almost felt like we were on vacation and, oh, by the way, we have to take pictures real quick. Like that's the vibe that it felt like the whole time. So I think, that was like one of the best.
That's the best way when you combine work with pleasure and you just feel like you're
100%.
not working.
No, 100%. It felt exactly like that.
What was the most challenging job you've done?
Okay, I won't say how large the magazine was, but it was a huge magazine. Um, Starts with a V. I think we all know what that is. Um, and it was a very challenging uh, person to work with, only because they kept wanting a certain hairstyle and a certain color of eyeshadow to be so exact to what they visually saw in their mind. And it was nothing against them personally. They had a vision, they wanted to execute it. And the color and the style that they saw in their mind was not what anybody was able to do, even lighting. And so I think that was it, because we kept going back into the hair and makeup. It was literally 3 hours. After initially doing hair and makeup, bring the model back out, put her in front of the lighting. That's not the right lighting. I don't like it. All right, bring her back to makeup because the lighting affected the color of the pink. So we just kept going back and forth with that for 3 hours. Can you believe that?
Sounds exhausting.
It was, and I felt so bad for the model. We kept having to like remove the makeup and add. And then guess what? It all became the first color that we did.
of course.
We were so frustrated. We started laughing, and like I was like, I can't believe 3 hours of that.
Admire you so much and your creativity and your patience because we know what it takes. We know how many hours it takes. And for you to create something and bring it out there, and they're like, no, go back. And it's back in.
And you know what's funny too, you guys? They didn't tell us that we were going to be working on wigs and cutting wigs until we showed up. Like they literally pulled out Amazon wigs. This is for a huge magazine with a huge designer, and was like, oh, we're going to be using these wigs, just, chop it up and put it on. And I was like, huh? And the funny thing is, this is not a one-time thing that this has happened with every client, like every company, because I understand that they're not coming from the hair and makeup world where we like want to prepare and make sure like it's the right type of wig that we could cut correctly, or it's the right type of like they don't understand that because they come from like the technical point of view. So it's really not their fault. It's they actually thought that they were helping us out by, oh, don't worry, we got wigs already for you guys. And I was like, maybe I should have helped choose it.
Yeah, they don't know. We've been
And it's
following your Instagram, and I saw your postings, and I noticed that you have a lot of food recipes that you like to post.
yeah,
Do you
well,
like to cook? Do you like inventing recipes?
I do. I love both. So about 15 years ago, I started realizing that I wanted longevity in this career. I wanted to physically be working. I wanted to be an 80-year-old hairstylist, makeup artist, like still running around on set, you know? And what better way to add longevity but to care for our temple and to put in our body something that's going to nourish it and that's going to help us and not just fill us up. Like I wanted something that's going to give us like sustained energy throughout the whole shoot so that we don't need to keep drinking coffee or take energy drinks or anything like that. So I started cooking like almost like medicinally in order for like to function and have all of our organs be fed and have all of our like every part of our joints be lubricated with certain foods. So things like that.
So, what's your recipe for the energy boost?
The right amount of sweet potato inside beans and moringa and lentil stew.
I'm
Very
It's
excited.
very yummy. And I love, 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 love adding anti-inflammatory herbs and spices to it. I am obsessed with Indian food and like the Ayurveda culture and the whole concept of like medicine and food being our medicine. So I study a lot of that as well on the small downtime that I have.
turmeric. What else?
I say it again.
Turmeric.
Like with black pepper, I like to add a little bit of saffron. I like to add black I'm sorry, it's not black. It's a black mineral salt. Hawaii. Have you guys seen it?
Yes.
It's so good for us. Apparently, like a teaspoon of that in anything, as long as you ingest it, it doesn't spike up the sodium. It actually like helps contain minerals in our body. There's just so much to it. You both look really healthy. I feel like you both know some recipes that you should be sharing with me.
Yeah, we try to take care of our temples too.
Good, 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 good.
What would be your advice for someone who is trying to break into the beauty industry, like doing hair, and somebody who wants to be an influencer and maintain and create their Instagram presence?
That's two really great and amazing questions. The first, to answer the first question about getting started in the industry as a hairstylist, is to assist somebody that you admire, assist somebody that you like their technique, and assist as many people as possible because learning from many different artists is such a way of expanding what you can learn because everybody retains information differently, right? So one stylist that you might be assisting might be amazing at cuts, another one be amazing at styling, another one be amazing at color. So spreading that out would be the best advice because you're learning from so many different masters. With social media presence, I think that I am still learning. I think that we're always still learning. And one thing that I want to share with everybody is that I like connecting with brands. I love connecting with brands that I align with. And that's the reason why I contacted Frenchies because I was obsessed with you guys. And I was like, let's just try it out and see if they do want to send me some products to use and share with my team. And sure enough, me and my team are obsessed. So I think that genuinely loving a brand and genuinely using it and being authentic with your followers and letting them know how you use it and the techniques that you use it and like really just showing presence on your stories and really showing presence online by tagging the brand as you're using it. I'm like pretending there's a bun in front of me as I'm putting the Frenchies in, but like really showing it and really like it's really all about tagging and getting your attention, which I'm happy that I did get your attention.
You've been so generous with us. We're so grateful. So
Oh,
grateful.
you
Every
feel so generous with me.
How did you hear about us in the first place?
Ulta.
Okay,
Yeah, you guys have sold an Ulta. And I remember seeing it and I was like, damn, these are amazing.
very cool.
Yes.
So, what are you looking for in the next few months?
I have a lot of traveling jobs that I'm going to for the next few months. And Tomorrow I'm shooting with an athletic company, which I'm actually using Frenchies for because we're doing some fun 80s hairstyles. So we're doing an ode to 40 years of this company being in business. So we're doing like, I think like 70s, 80s, 90s, and 2000s.
Very exciting.
Yeah.
What do you like most about your job?
The people that I get to meet. Yeah, I love the people that I get to meet. I mean, I think it's pretty much a fact that anybody who's in this industry loves the artistry of hair and makeup. That's already a given. So I think for me, it's all the amazing people that I get to meet.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll
Thank you
reconnect
so much for
soon.
having me. I'm so happy to have met you both.